Baby Q discusses how important is support for significant others during pregnancy. As a first time mom, I feel stressed. The little daily tips on how to handle stress helps a lot. This is from Maddie Salome, me. Pregnancy is a time of joy, excitement, and anticipation, but it can also be a time of concern, apprehension, and even fear for expectant mothers. The support a pregnant woman receives during pregnancy can have several impacts on her emotional and physical well being, both of which in turn affects the health of the unborn baby. A lot of people don't understand this, and this is so important. We have discussed this before in the past, but now it's time to talk about it again. Sorry, it's a one sided conversation and that you cannot join me, but you can comment on the bottom. Studies on prenatal relationships with health have discovered that one of the main causes of emotional turbulence for expecting mothers is a stressed relationship between her and her partner. On the other hand, those pregnant mothers who feel supported have fewer incidents of mental health issues and are less likely to be negatively affected by things like work, responsibility, and financial concern. The journal BMC Public Health report that a poor relationship with a significant other during pregnancy is the strongest predictor of stress during pregnancy. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I bring this before you is because I've had problems during pregnancy due to emotional distress with my mate. I don't want the things that happen to me to happen to you. Positive relationships with significant others during pregnancy can help ward off emotional stress, make fighting common colds and illness easier, and even provide for a stable and needed foundation when unexpected pregnancy problems arise. And then we question, when does an embryo turn into a fetus? Okay? Emotional support during pregnancy. Significant others have an important emotional role to play during pregnancy that can help the mother to be the growing baby. Emotional health of a pregnant woman can reduce her stress levels, thereby reducing her blood pressure and helping her make positive, healthy choices for her and her unborn child. Emotional support can also boost her self esteem during a time of great change for her body, which in turn has positive impact on mental health. These are several ways that partners can emotionally support their pregnant significant others. Now, earlier I talked about how back in the day we wore clothing that looked like sacks, and today the women are wearing these form-fitting clothes over their bellies. Many men say they like to see a pregnant body. I don't know what that's about, but back a few years ago when I started seeing women wearing these tight, revealing clothing and being pregnant, I really believe they were doing it um, to make themselves look and feel sexier. Okay, because having a pregnant belly doesn't make you feel that way by itself, unless you have a man who constantly saying to you, baby, you look good. Okay? One, ask questions about fears, worries, and concerns and listen to the answers without trying to judge it. This is There are several ways that partners can emotionally support their pregnant significant others. And so I'm going through them, if you don't mind, trying to help. Because I believe men have no clue and that they need help. You know, I have a son who just don't understand he needs help. Okay, my father was like that. Oh, you can do it on your own. And, he couldn't do it on his own because we didn't have a happy home because he didn't think he needed help. We all need help. And don't be so prideful. So I'm going to go over the first support issue. Number one, ask questions about fears, worries, and concerns and listen to the answer without trying to judge it. The concern might seem disproportionate, but pregnancy often brings about extreme ideas of concern for the future and the unknown. Like, are we gonna break up, honey? Do you still love me because I'm so ugly? Or something similar to her. She may not say ugly because I'm so big. Two, attend prenatal classes and read books together. Read the books and read them out loud because while you're reading those books, the baby is listening and learning language. I wish somebody would have done that for me. It probably would have helped me pronounce words better. Moving on. Even though the expected mother is the one carrying the child, when a partner takes these steps, it can reassure her that she is not alone and that she has a partner on this journey because it is a journey and the journey can be dark. Three, seek counseling together if needed. Untreated prenatal depression can escalate into full blown postpartum depression. What are they saying? Prenatal depression is when you're pregnant with your baby, you can go into a natural depression. Some women do and don't come out of it and end up on a psychiatric unit. This has happened. I've seen it done. And the woman was so depressed during her whole pregnancy, she was really trying to hurt herself or the baby. So while she was on the unit, we had to make sure that she didn't try to hurt herself. After she had the baby, because she didn't talk for the whole, let's say, 5 months, but after she had that baby, she started talking again and looked less crazy. Amen? Just sharing. This is how important it is, my brothers and sisters, for you to make your spouse happy when they're pregnant. Okay? Because it can go into full blown postpartum depression, and postpartum depression is after the child is born. Then you have to worry about the mother. Nobody knows that the mother is depressed. She doesn't tell anybody. And then she may do something to her or the baby. Okay? Which can be much more challenging to deal with if it's postpartum depression after the baby is born, to deal with once a baby is in the home and needing care because the mother won't care for the baby. Okay? The risk for prenatal depression can be higher if there is material stress, matrimonial stress, I'm saying, over unplanned pregnancy or intensive financial concerns. And I'll tell you, when it comes to celebrity, y'all don't have those same financial concerns, many of you. All right. It's just y'all are so busy enjoying life and partying. You know, you wanted to party, you wasn't really, you got married, you really didn't want to um, have a child at this stage in the game. But I'm going to say this something that I learned that most people don't even know. As I researched and studied the Bible, I realized that the patriarchs in the Old Testament had babies after they were 60 years old. So a man is not mature until after he's 60. So, ladies, this is why we go through what we go through with these men and them not wanting to settle down. They marry us, and then we see them eyeing other women. Because, again, we feel like if you marry me, I'm enough for you. But they feel like it's okay to look. But if we look, many of them have a problem. Unless you're in an open marriage like Will Smith and what's her name, Mona. They have openly said that they're in open marriages. But this is also why you find men like Mr. Cooney, who married a woman younger than him late in life. Okay, Trump, President Trump, has had three wives. Okay, and his last wife is nearly 30 years younger than him. So again, these are the things that happen. Okay, and then when women have babies for the first time and they're in their 30s, but yet by 40, their children, they have more possibility of their children having some kind of birth defect. So it is really important, men, to take care of your spouse when they're pregnant. It's also important to realize that having babies are dangerous. Even in the 21st century, a woman can die during childbearing. Okay? Number 4, ask the mother to be about her ideal birth plan and let her make the decision. Even just talking about the birth plan can be comforting for some women, but it is important to allow her to be the one to decide about details that will affect her and the baby, which may include whether or not she want a midwife or an obstetrician, whether she want medication or not have medication, okay, whether she want it at home. A lot of hospitals have birthing rooms today. A lot of places even have women having their babies in a pool. I don't know a lot about it, but I hear it makes a difference, you know? So let the woman decide. A woman needs tangible support during pregnancy. Some people believe that a mother or a sister, a friend, um, can also support this woman. It is difficult to separate emotional support from other types of support that significant others can offer during pregnancy, as they all seem to be intertwined. There are, however, many ways a partner can support a pregnancy that might seem simple but can have profound effect. This is what I mean when I say women are so complicated, but yet and still we're so simple, and men have no clue. One, be prepared to take care of household chores that are either no longer safe for the mom to be to accomplish or ones with which she struggles. These include things like changing the cat litter, which I had a cat, did not have any help because what ends up happening, you can develop toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis, and I know I pronounced that right, which is a virus that can be found in cat litter. and is very harmful during pregnancy, or carrying heavy objects. Most doctors limit weight amounts to 25 pounds or less. And still, again, you have women that carry heavy weights over 25 pounds. Many of them have children over 25 pounds and they're pregnant. They look like they're about ready to bust open any day now, and they're carrying around these children that's over 25 pounds. Men, okay, be aware of that. Second, help with preparing for the delivery by selecting items for the baby and helping to assemble the crib, car seat, and high chair. Don't just leave it all to the woman. And this is what a lot of men do. And when they do that, I've learned if you leave it all to me, that means you're not involved. And if you're not involved, then I'm in this relationship by myself. So why am I having babies for you? Please tell me. I'm just being real. You may not like my style. Next, take over cleaning tasks, especially those that include chemical cleaners, which can be harmful to you during pregnancy. And most of the time, that doesn't happen. Men do not do that. The women do it still. And they're exposing their child and themselves to the toxic fumes, not understanding that they're hurting. The house has to be clean, right? When we lay up, not go to the laundromat, not clean, you talk about us. Okay? Last but not least, work with the pregnant partner to do the mundane, such as contact insurance agencies for medical cost planning and changes to life insurance policies. Even though pregnancy can be a time of challenging and struggles, when partners work together to maintain a healthy relationship and the mom to be feel loved and supported, the pregnancy, delivery, and beyond can all be positive experiences. And this is why we had this article um, today, because I'm looking at the future for the parents and the child. Why? Because if what the Bible is telling us comes true, in the book of Revelation, we are looking for a new world order that God will set up, not man. And what would that mean? A totally, completely different world than we know it as it is today. And we need to be prepared for it, mentally and physically. I may not be there with you, but I pray you will enjoy it. Now, here go an article by a Dr. Garrett Ford, an obstetrician gynecologist, a clinical professor, researcher, and a father of five, and he delivered them all. He speaks and publishes extensively on maternal and child health issues, where he emphasizes the role of a healthy maternal lifestyle, good nutrition, and breastfeeding on infants' development, because it is good for the mom and good for the dad and good for the baby if she breastfeeds. Why? It helps bring her body back together quickly. And the pain only lasts a little while. Just being honest, moms. He chose the field of obstetrics because it is a celebration of life, a happy and exciting profession. But today, many times you'll find that although bringing in a life is supposed to be happy, there's a lot of mothers who are not happy. And so we want to keep them happy so that they can have healthy children. Amen. Children are a blessing and they bring joy and laughter to the world, he says. I cherish my work as a doctor and a dad. The study of genetics Imprinting is a major focus of both Dr. Ford research and medical practice. This look at what happens in the womb, how the genes a baby inherits are expressed, turned on and off, and how this influences the child's health after birth. This field holds great promise, shedding light on many uninvolved mysteries in health and diseases from infancy to adulthood, he adds. Dr. Ford grew up in London, England, and Orlando, Florida. He received his medical degree from the University of Minnesota Medical School and is currently pursuing a fellowship in gynecologic oncology, which is GYN. Oncology is cancer. So he's doing a study on cancer in the vagina, the womb, women's issue cancer at the University of California, Irvine. Prior to this, he practiced with Grand Rapids Medical Education Partner, a consortium of St. Mary's Healthcare, Spectrum Health, Grand Valley State University, and Michigan State University College of Human Medicine, where he was a clinical professor of obstetrics, gynecology, and reproductive biology. He also has a master's in molecular and cellular biology from Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, a PhD in environmental science, computer chemistry from Jackson State University, and a postdoctorate fellowship in biophysics from Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York. So this doctor is well equipped at what he does, and he is trying very much so to help us with the next generation.